So 34 major league players elect free agency right out the gate. 3 of them are Yankees. What's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So I want to get into this list. Three Yankees out of 34 players right out the gate elect free agency. Okay, and I want you to know who they are. And again, before I do that, let's recap yesterday. Yesterday was game 1 of every wild card series. Okay, and so from the get, I mean, Tigers beat the Astros 3-1. Tarek Skubal was money against Framber Valdez. Skubal held him down for 6 innings, and the bullpen took care of the rest. Okay, Baltimore Orioles lost 1-0 to the Kansas City Royals. Okay, Corbin Burns was fantastic. Bobby Witt was the only guy that got through, drove in the run. That's the difference in the game, 1-0. Again, now we'll see how the Baltimore Orioles respond to this, because after Corbin Burns, you're a little suspect, right? Then you have the Mets continuing their momentum of an 8-4 win over the Milwaukee Brewers, which is pretty crazy. But of those 3 games I mentioned already, every single home team lost. Except the 4th game. The Padres beat the Braves 4-0. Michael King, former Yankee Michael King, who we sent to the Padres in exchange for Juan Soto. I love the Juan Soto trade, but do I miss Michael King? Yeah. Shutout ball, 12 strikeouts against the high-powered Atlanta Braves. So that's a tough one, but they won 4-0. So game 2 is today. I'll recap everything for you again tomorrow. Okay, so if you want to keep in the loop of all this stuff, baseball, any of the move that happens, particularly as the Yankees come, and once the roster's established and announced, I'll get that out to you too. So if you're not subbed to this channel, hit the sub button. If you enjoy the content, hit the like button as well. It's greatly appreciated. We're marching towards 22,000 subs. Your support is greatly appreciated. It means the world, and I thank you for it. Okay, and again, we're covering football now too, so bring football into this as well. And then, did I mention already? I don't know if I did mention Monday Night Football the other day. There were 2 games Monday night. Okay, 2 games. The Lions beat the Seahawks 42-29. Okay, Jared Goff was 18 for 18. Actually, that's an unbelievable stat. And he also caught a TD pass as well. So kind of crazy. And then you have the Tennessee Titans beating the Dolphins 31-12. No surprise. Like I said before, I think without Tua, the Dolphins are going to struggle quite a bit. His concussion is going to knock him out until week 8. So, but that's Monday Night Football results. Now let's get back to this. Okay, 34 players select for agency. I'm breaking down my position. Okay, outfielders right now: Billy McKinney with the Pirates, Christian Pache with the Marlins, former Yankee Billy McKinney. Okay, designated hitter Willie Calhoun, also a former Yankee. Okay, now infielders: Diego Castillo from the Twins, Jose Devers from the Marlins, Diaro Estrada from the Giants, almost former Yankee, Danny Mendick, White Sox, Cole Tucker from the Angels, and Jason Vossler from the Mariners. Okay, you might not be familiar with some of these names, but that's an important component to this as well, and I'll get into that as well. So pitchers: first Yankee Phil Bickford, and Ty Black from the Rockies. Then Nick Burdi, hard-throwing right-handed reliever Nick Burdi, also elected for agency. John Curtis from the Rockies, Kent Emanuel from the Marlins, and Cole Irvin from the Twins. Okay, it's a long line of pitchers here. Casey Kelly from the Reds, Matt Koch from the Rockies, Stephen Okert from the Twins, Johan Ramirez from the Red Sox, Gerardo Reyes from the A's, Trevor Richards from the Twins. Okay, and continuing on, Ryder Ryan from the Pirates, Kirby Snead from the Mariners, Touki Toussaint from the White Sox, Tanner Tully from the Yankees. That's a 3rd Yankee, right? Electing for agency. Jordan Weems from the Nationals, Mitch White from the Brewers. Okay, and lastly, some catchers: Alex Jackson from the Rays, Andrew Knapp from the Giants, Andrew Knizner from the Diamondbacks. And then you have Reese McGuire from the Red Sox, Jackson Reitz from the Giants, and Ali Sanchez from the Marlins, and Brian Serven from the Blue Jays. Now, that's the list so far. I expect the list to get longer as we go further into the offseason, even into the playoffs. But I do think the Yankees list is going to get longer. Why do I say that? Well, let me give you the 2025 projected arbitration figures for those that are going into arbitration or still in arbitration. Okay, John Birdie is scheduled to make $3.8 million next year. Tim Meza is scheduled to make $4 million next year. Nestor Cortez scheduled to make $7.7 million. Jose Trevino, $3.4 million. Trent Grisham, $5.7 million. JT Brubaker, $2.275 million. Jazz Chisholm Jr., $6.9 million. Mark Leiter Jr., $2.1 million. Clark Schmidt, $3.5 million. And Scott Efros, $900K. And he still has 3 years of control beyond this year. So that's the list of arbitration players for the Yankees. Okay, I don't expect all these guys to be back. And again, keep in mind, arbitration is not like a contract. You don't have to pay. You can walk away from the player, and he'll become a free agent. Okay, and it's not like you walk away from a contract and you have to still pay the player no matter what. This is a little bit different in arbitration. Okay, so do I think the Yankees are going to bring some of those guys back? Yes. Obviously, Clark Schmidt, Scott Efros, I think. I'm not sure about Brubaker, to be honest with you. I'm not sure about Tim Meza or I do think John Birdie's going to be back. I think that it's up in the air with Nestor Cortez. I think he's done for the year, and he may need surgery. If he is, then he might miss the whole year next year. Hopefully, that won't be the case. Jose Trevino, I could expect him being put on the block. Trent Grisham, I'm up in the air about. It's a possibility. Okay, that he might be moved. JT Brubaker, he's come back from a long layoff, so he's come, and he's missed quite a bit of time over the last couple of years, so I'm not exactly sure. Jazz Chisholm's a no-brainer. He's got 2 more years left. They have to bring him back. Mark Leiter Jr. has also got 2 more years left, along with Jazz Chisholm Jr. So, and I do expect him to be better next year when he's won a full year with the Yankees. Okay? Clark Schmidt, definitely coming back. Got $3.5 million. He's got about 3 years left in arbitration. Okay, and then Scott Efros, he's got another 3 or 4 years in. He's on the cheap. So the majority of those guys I expect to be back with the Yankees. I do. But you give me your thoughts. Of any guys that mentioned that have already elected free agency, or the guys that are going through their arbitration there next year and these projected arbitration figures, how many of them do you think are going to be back? How many of them do you think leaves? How many of them think get traded? I do think Yankees will probably look for opportunities to trade a couple of these guys to get some prospect capital in return. They want to get clear up some space too, so that they can bring a couple players onto the 40-man to protect them from the Rule 5 draft. So there's a lot of moving parts here and decisions that the Yankees are going to have to make. But I wanted to just recap those games. Okay, the Yankees play this weekend, and they play the winner of the Baltimore Orioles Kansas City Royals series. So I could see the Royals making a run here. Yeah. And again, would you pay any of those guys those projected arbitration figures? I mean, I would pay John Birdie. There's a couple of guys I would pay, no doubt about it. Clark Schmidt. I do think John Birdie's versatility is going to come in handy next year, especially if he's healthy. And got other guys that they brought in, like Duke Ellis, and then some of these other players are going to add the speed element to the game that they didn't necessarily have quite often before. So see if they actually use it, though, in the postseason. We'll see. Then I'll be back with my continued predictions every round, bracket and we'll do some predictions. So I put on my predictions yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go take a look down below. You'll see the video. Okay. And if you have any friends or family that happen to be baseball fans, especially Yankee fans, let them know this channel exists. Love to accommodate as many people as possible. So the more the merrier. I want to grow this family. I want to grow this community. But that's the list right now of arbitration folks and people who like free agency. Okay. Have a great day, everybody. If any other news comes out today, tomorrow, you're going to get it, especially if it comes to the Yankees. So they have quite a few days to set their postseason lineup, set their postseason roster. So I gave my predictions the other day. Once they actually set it, we'll go over that as well. And I don't want you to miss any of it. So have a great day, everybody. Peace and love to all of you. See you next time.